everyone. Welcome to Therapeutic Yoga today. We are doing a class on joy. So what does it mean to do a therapeutic yoga class that is based on joy? Well, what it means is that we need to move our body in all three planes of movement, in standing and sitting and on our mat. So what you're going to need for class today is a yoga mat and a chair. We are going to start facing the back of the chair. So go ahead and get yourself positioned in that place, but we will be using the chair to sit down a little bit later in class. So now that I have said all that, let's go ahead and get started with our class today. Now, I would like to say one quick thing about class today. We're starting with the hardest and we're making our way to the easiest. So as we do our standing components of our joyful class, if you're feeling like it might be getting a little too hard for you, just hang on, because once we get to the sitting and down to the mat, I promise you, you'll be able to join back with us. So with that being said, let's get ourselves facing our chair. Once we're facing our chair, have yourself so that you're about arm distance away from your chair. And then start with your feet. So get your feet hip distance apart. So that means 2 fists between our big toe areas for most of us. And then once you have that, what I want you to do is look at the outside of your feet and allow yourself to line the outside of your feet up with the outside of your mat. Now that you have that, go ahead and pick those toes up for me nice and high and allow yourself to kind of do a little weight shift left to right a couple of times until you feel like you've got equal weight on the right and the left foot. And then allow yourself from the ankle joints to do a weight shift forward and backward until you feel weight into the balls of the feet, weight into the heels, weight into the balls of the feet, weight into the heels, and then find that perfect middle of the road between both of those positions, and then slowly let your toes relax down onto the floor. Take a moment here without changing that foot position or that weight bearing through equal feet to just take a nice tighten of your knees. Feel what it feels like when your quadricep muscles are fully engaged, and then relax them. Then take your hands up to your pelvis. Place your hands around your pelvic ring today and allow yourself in this standing position just to arch your back a little bit, tip your pelvis forward, and then flatten your back and tuck your tailbone gently under. So just kind of oscillating between tucking and tilting through that pelvis area. Your body does actually weight shift. Forward when you tuck under, backward when you tilt forward. So see if you can just close your eyes for a minute and feel that weight shift through your feet as you do that. And then find the middle of the road so that you feel like your pelvis is nice and level. You feel like your knees are nice and soft. You feel the weight through the center of the ankles, and you feel no weight through your toes. Now, let's take our right hand to our sternum, to the center of our chest. Let's take our left hand to our belly area. Now, for a lot of us, what we tend to do is either lift ourselves into a backward bend, option 1. A lot of us also just kind of sit back into our low back area. So let's kind of play with getting some good alignment of our upper body and our lower body. So pay very close attention that your foot position does not change. Take a nice deep inhale and lift your rib cage up. Feel yourself lift your rib cage up. Hold your breath there and then look down and see your toes. And then as you exhale, relax that belly down and let that belly be fully relaxed. In that position, you should feel further engagement into your legs. You'll feel those quadricep muscles have a lot more weight of your trunk. All right, now with these shoulder girdles being forward, let's see if we can get them to line up with our body. So very gently, just shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, rotate your hands to the back of the room, and then pull your shoulder blades back and down. And then relax your hands. Now your arms, your shoulder girdles, everything are in a plumb line with your body. And then lengthen the back of your neck, settle your chin. As you do that, don't allow yourself to lift that chest up as you're trying to lengthen that neck. Happens when we have forward head posture. And then gaze forward about 3 or 4 feet in front of your mat. Find something to look at and gaze at. That's called a dristi in yoga. And keep your gaze at that today. So rather than choosing to close your eyes, I want you to take a moment to keep that gaze nice and steady. Now start to gently push your feet down into the ground. As you do that, you feel that engagement of your quadriceps, your glutes, all of those hip stabilizers. All right, let's go through some nice, fun movement now. So we're going to start nice and slowly, but we're going to speed it up as we go along. So what I'd like you to begin with is taking an inhale and lifting your arms nice and forward. And then as you exhale, hinge at your hips, bend your knees, place your hands on your chair. Now, inhale, lengthen your spine, feel the shoulder blades come back and down, lengthen the neck. And then as you exhale, see if you can bend your elbows and forward bend. Keep the knees bent so that you're not feeling only tension in your hamstrings. Now, in this position, step your right leg slightly back towards the back of the chair. As you inhale, straighten the left leg and bring yourself up into a split stance. You've got it. Exhale, bring your hands back down onto the chair. Now, this is where it gets a little scary here. So make sure your chair is sturdy and on your yoga mat, okay? Next, inhale, can you step your left leg back to meet your right leg? So you are in a plank position. Pull those shoulder blades back and down. Engage those abdominals. Stare at your chair here. That's going to be our exhale. Then inhale, step that left leg back forward. Exhale, come nice and high up. Keep those right toes lifted so you feel that split stance. Now, can you gaze forward at that dristi again? And take an inhale and step your right forward. And exhale, relax right there. All right, let's give that a try on the other side. And then guess what? We're going to speed it up. So check in that you've got your proper alignment. You're about an arm distance away from your chair. Find that alignment all over again. We're not going to take the same amount of time, but just quickly go right to left, front to back. Feel the weight into the middle of your foot. Make sure your knees are soft. Make sure your pelvis is in a neutral position. Take a chance here to take a nice deep inhale and lift your rib cage up. Hold your breath. Look at your feet. Exhale and relax your belly. Inhale, shrug the shoulders gently up. Rotate the arms to the back. Exhale, pull the shoulder blades back and down and engage them as you relax the arms. Finally, lengthen that neck, settle that chin, find your dristi, gaze forward, find that object that you're choosing to look at today. Mine is a beautiful plant. Hold yourself right here with your gaze. Now start to push into your feet. As you push into your feet, feel the engagement with the floor, feel your quadriceps, your glutes, everything starting to engage through your lower half. All right, here we go. With your arms, can you inhale? Lift your arms just gently up forward. Don't go into a lot of forced extension. And then as you exhale, bend your knees, hinge your hips, place your hands onto the chair. Now, inhale, start to lengthen through your spine here. Give yourself that chance. And then as you exhale, bend your elbows. Let your knees and hips hinge more as you go into a modification of a forward bend. Now with that left leg this time, inhale, step that left leg back, stay up on your tippy toes. And then as you exhale, can you balance yourself into that split stance? Very nice. Inhale, hinge back forward, holding on to the chair. All right, here's where it's hard. Weight bear onto that chair. Make sure it feels sturdy. Step that right foot back. Find that plank pose. Elbows are gently soft. Shoulder blades are back and down. Settle your tailbone under, lengthen your neck. This is where we're going to exhale when we do full breathing. All right, right foot. Inhale, step it back forward again. Now, keep the left toes up. Exhale, standing back up. All right, now, can you balance? Use all the strength of your right leg and inhale. Find yourself with those feet back together in that mountain pose or that Tadasana. All right, now here's what we're going to do. We are going to burn some adrenaline. We are going to find some joy, and we're going to go through both of those sides 2 times. So do as much as you can with me. I'm not going to stop. If you need a break at home, by all means, take your break at home. All right, find your mountain pose. A little right to left, maybe lift your toes, a little front to back. Find the center of your arch. Take a moment to tighten and relax the knees. Take another moment to find that neutral position of your pelvis. All of us together here, let's take that nice deep inhale and lift that rib cage up. Hold your breath, check in that your rib cage is neutral, gaze down at your feet, and then as you exhale, relax your belly. All right, shoulder blades and shoulder girdles. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, rotate them back and down. Inhale, lengthening through the neck, settling that chin, finding that drishti, gazing and exhaling here. All right, start rooting down into the ground, pushing your feet down into the ground here, giving me a nice deep inhale to start without movement. And an exhale here without movement. All right, let's begin. So inhale, lift your arms up and forward, and exhale, forward fold, touching the chair. Inhale, lengthening towards the chair. Exhale, bending those elbows, hips and knees, and forward, bending into a fold. Stepping that right foot back first. Inhaling. Exhaling, coming all the way up into a split stance. Taking a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, fold back to the chair. All right. Inhale, step the left leg back into a chair plank. Exhale, step that left foot back forward again. Inhale, lifting yourself all the way back up into that split stance. Make sure that right heel is off the floor. Exhale, step yourself back into mountain pose. Find your equal Tadasana. Do all of those little fine movements. Get that deep inhale, hold your breath, look at your feet. Exhale, relax your belly, shoulder girdles, slight inhale up, rotate the arms back. Exhale, pull them back down. Inhale, lengthening, settling through the chin, keeping the chest down. Exhaling here. Starting to root through those feet. Give me a nice deep inhale as you gaze forward. Exhaling, holding here. Now let's start our movement. Inhale, lifting the arms up. And exhaling, hinging forward as you go into a modification or fold. Inhale, reaching forward towards that chair. Exhale, deeper folding. Left leg. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, come up into that split stance. Keep those heels up on the left side. Inhale, coming back down. Exhale, step that right foot back into plank. Can you hold it here on your exhale? Now, right foot, inhale it back forward. Exhale, back up into split stance. And inhale, step that left foot forward. And exhale, find your Tadasana in that mountain pose. All right, reframe yourself again, hip distance apart. Check in with your balance through your feet. Check in with the balance of your knees. Check in with the balance of your pelvis. Let's all do together our rib cage. Inhale, lift the rib cage up. Hold your breath. Exhale, just make sure you see those toes as you relax that belly. Shoulder girdles, give me a slight inhale, lift them up. Rotate them back towards the back. Exhale, pull those shoulder girdles back and down. Inhale, lengthen that back of the neck, settle that chin into the throat. Make sure that chest doesn't lift as you exhale. All right, let's start to root into the ground here nice and firmly. Give me a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, keep that drishti stable as you're looking forward. All right, let's do this movement. We're starting opposite this time with the left leg first. So with the arms, inhale, lifting up, and exhaling, hinging forward. Inhale, reach forward to the chair. Exhale, deeper forward fold. Left leg, inhale, step it back. Keep those heels up. Exhale, come up into your split stance. Inhale, step those arms forward or bring those arms forward. Exhale, find that arm plank with the chair. Inhale, right foot, step it back forward. Exhale, come up into your split stance. All right, balancing on the right leg here. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, find your mountain pose. Last time through here, find that hip distance. Rock side to side, front to back. Check in that your knees are in a soft position. Check in that your pelvis is in a soft position. All right, let's all do our rib cage together. Nice deep inhale, lift it up. Hold your breath, find those toes. Exhale, relax that belly as that rib cage comes down on that neutral spine. Shoulder girdles. Inhale, shrug them gently. Exhale, rotate them to the thumbs to the back. Exhale, get those shoulder girdles back and down. Finally, let's get that neck in a position. Inhale, lengthen the neck, settle the chin. Don't let the rib cage lift. Exhale, holding here. All right, find your drishti. Find that gaze. Are you ready to plant and root into your mat? So start to push your legs in. Feel all of those muscles engaging. Give me a deep inhale here and an exhale here. All right, movement with the arms first, but the right leg is going to move first on our second breath. So take a deep inhale in. Exhale, forward fold. Third breath, I guess. Inhale, lengthen forward to the chair. Exhale, deeper forward fold. Bend those knees and elbows and hips. Right foot, step it back. Keep the heel up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale here. Give me another deep inhale here. Exhale, fold back to the chair. All right, ready? Inhaling here. Exhale, step that left leg back into your plank. Exhale, exhale. You've got it. Left foot, inhale it back forward. Exhale, come back up into standing. All right, balance on that left leg. Can you slowly inhale forward and exhale, put that right foot down. You did it. All right, standing is primarily done, but now what I would like you to do is we're just going to do a small little opening through our upper body and a balance exercise before we make it down to the chair. So turn yourself 90 degrees from your chair and then take your legs into a wide split stance. Or a wide stance, sorry. So make sure that your feet feel like they're about 3 feet apart from one another. Have it so that your toes are kind of pointed outward on about a 30-degree angle. Now that you have that, allow yourself to go into what is called goddess pose. So allow yourself to bend your knees, but don't allow your knees to be any further forward than your ankles, and then line your knees and your hips up with your second toes. So if you have a lot of flexibility issues through your hips, just bring your feet in and do a smaller squat. So you feel what is comfortable for you. Now, let's burn those quadriceps in this position. Keep pushing outward into those knees so that the hip rotators stay engaged. Take your hands to the center of your heart. Take a nice deep inhale, lift the hands nice and high, reach for the ceiling, and then as you exhale, come back down. Now, right hand, inhale it up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring that left hand up and grab that right wrist. You've got it, guys. Now keep sitting, keep pushing those knees out. Give me a nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, reach over to that left foot. Push a little bit more into that left foot. Can you turn your rib cage up to the right? Maybe even take your gaze up to the right. Hold it right here. Push into your feet. Give me a nice deep inhale. And an exhale. Keep pulling that right arm. Now inhale, lifting the arms back up. Exhale, dropping the hands down. Give those legs a break. Inhale, coming up, and exhaling, just kind of relaxing here. All right, take a deep inhale. Exhale, find your goddess pose again. Again, make sure the knees line up with the ankles, kneecaps with the second toes. Keep that position, keep pushing outward with your knees. Hands to the center of our heart. Take a nice deep inhale, lift the arms upward. Face those palms to the ceiling, and then exhale, dropping those hands down. Left hand, inhale, bring it all the way up. As you exhale, bring that right hand up and grab that left wrist. All right, inhale, take a deep inhale, reach high. Exhale, coming over to that right. Now push into that right foot a little bit more. Turn that left armpit up a little bit. Gaze to that left. Can you hold it here for a breath? Deep inhale in and exhaling out. You've got it, guys. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, relaxing those hands down. Oh, you can do it now. Inhale, straightening those legs, and exhaling, walking those feet back in. I am sure you are feeling your legs, and that makes me happy. Now, find yourself nice and close to your chair. We are going to go through tree pose, and we're going to do a few modifications of it. So we're going to start the easiest and go to the hardest. So have yourself so that you can look at your left foot, and that you can see that the outside of the left foot kind of runs with the top of your mat or bottom of your mat, however you're looking at it. Now that you have that, look at your right foot. Hip distance apart, line it up with the top or the bottom of your mat. With this hip distance apart, simply just allow yourself to shift your weight to your right foot. Shift your weight to your left foot. Feel all of your body weight move as you shift left to right. And then shift all the way over to the left and maintain the weight there. FYI, have your chair on the left side. That's the safest place to put it. Now, if it's on the right side, that's okay as long as you feel comfortable with your balance. It is there just to touch and hold if you lose your balance. Keep the weight through that left leg now. With the right leg, pick the heel up off the floor and then lift the leg up and turn the leg so that the ankle area is touching the ankle area. So there's your option number one. Hold on at any point you need to. We do not want to be falling. Option number two, slide that right arch of your foot up to match the calf of the left leg. Finally, if you want to try it today, option three, slide that leg up and have the arch of that foot meet the arch of the adductors of your left leg. Right knee, gently push it back towards the back of you. Push down into that left foot. Hold yourself right here. Now, let's be a beautiful tree here. So start with your right hand and just gently inhale it up to wherever you feel comfortable. Keep pushing down into that left foot. Now going to the left hand. Can you let go of the chair as you inhale and make your tree on the left side? You've got it. Holding here. Can you give me a deep inhale and an exhale? One more time, deep inhale and an exhale. Drop that left hand down, drop that right hand down, drop that right foot down. Okay, let's switch over to the opposite side. So just gently take your chair and move it to the opposite side. Go to your right foot first and make sure that the right foot lines up with the top or bottom of your mat. And then just hip distance apart with your left foot, and then make sure that the left foot lines up with the bottom or top of your mat. Same idea as we did on the opposite side. So just start to weight shift your body left to right. As you're shifting left to right, feel all of the weight going in one foot, all of the weight going in the other foot. And once you've done that a couple of times, weight shift entirely to the right foot. Once you have all of the weight on that right foot, make sure that chair is somewhere near you if you need it for balance. And then start to lift the left heel up so that you're on your tippy toes. Then slowly turn the left leg so that the ankle and the ankle are meeting one another. Option number one. Option number two, slide the arch of the left foot up to the inside arch of the right calf. And finally, option number three, slide the arch of the left foot up to meet the arch of the inner thigh muscles. Whichever position you're choosing today, make sure that that left knee is gently being pulled out so you feel the engagement through your gluteal muscles, holding on if you need to, but firmly rooting and pushing down into that right foot. All right, let's start with this left hand. So can you inhale and lift that left hand up and grow your beautiful tree? All right, let's do it. Right hand. Can you inhale and lift it up and grow your tree? 2 breaths. Give me an inhale here and an exhale. One more time. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Dropping the right hand down, dropping the left hand down, bringing the left foot down, turning your chair, and then finding yourself sitting on your chair. Now, as you find a seat on your chair, we're going to take a minute here just to do one nice forward bend. If a lot of us have weakness in our abdominals and tightness in our back muscles, doing those simple balance exercises in standing can give us a little bit of back pain. So nice and simply, all I want you to do is make sure you're sitting on the front of your chair. Have your feet so that your feet are a little bit wider than the chair. Now that you're here, starting at the top of your head, slowly allowing yourself to bend down, allowing the rib cage to bend down, continuing bending down until you gaze to the back of your chair. Your arms are all the way to the floor. Lengthen through the back of your neck.
Settle your chin into your chest. Allow yourself to feel that opening through your low back. Feels really, really good when we've been doing a lot of standing activities. Take a deep inhale into your belly. And then exhaling out. Deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Start to push into your feet first. Feel that engagement through your legs. And then at your tailbone and your pelvis, start to use your abdominals and pull that area down first. And then sequentially, very slowly, curl yourself up, segment by segment, slowly letting the spine uncurl as all those gorgeous back muscles get used. Finally, bringing the neck and the head up last. You've got it. All right. So let's bring our feet together, hip distance apart now, and check in that you're not using the back of the chair for support. And once you have that position, we're just going to do a little bit more opening of our body and movement of our body in a seated position. So we're just going to start with a very, very gentle twist. So those of you that have severe osteoporosis or maybe significant scoliosis, do not go to any sort of end range here. All we're trying to do is wake up our body and find joy. So it's a very gentle twist that I want you to do. So keep your right hand onto your right thigh. Left arm, bring it out to the side of your body. Take a nice deep inhale, lift your left arm high. And then as you exhale, bring it up and over your right hand. You've got it. Now, inhale, lift your body nice and tall, using that left hand on that right leg now. Exhale and just gently twist and then turn your neck and gaze over the right shoulder. Holding this rotation, you cannot see your knees right now, but if you can feel your feet and feel your legs, can you make sure that your left knee didn't fall really far forward relative to the right? Holding this gentle rotation, give me a nice deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Then as you inhale, bring the head back in line with the body first. And then as you exhale, derotate the spine. You've got it. Now, left hand, keep it on the left thigh. Right hand, bring it out to the side of the body. Nice deep inhale, lifting that arm up. And then as you exhale, dropping that hand onto the left hand so that you'll have access to the outside of the left leg. Take a deep inhale here, lengthen through your spine. And then as you exhale, use that right hand and triceps and push yourself into a gentle rotation to the left, lengthening the neck, turning the gaze over the left shoulder. Now, again, you cannot feel what your pelvis is doing, but if you could see where your knees are right now, can you check in that your knees are still in the same line and that your right knee hasn't fallen really far forward? Holding this position, give me a really deep inhale in and exhaling out. Then take an inhale, derotate just the neck first. And then as you exhale, derotate that entire spine. You've got it. Now, in this position, what I want you to do is allow yourself to keep your right foot where it is. Take your left leg and just gently bring it out to the side of your mat. So if you need to kind of shimmy a little bit over to the left corner of the mat, all good. Allow yourself to do that, but check in that you can see that your right knee is stacked over the arch of your right foot. Left leg lines up with the side of your body. So hip and knee and ankle all line up with the side of your body. Take that left hand and bring it all the way into the arch of that left hip area. All right, nice good opening for our right rib cage here. So right hand out to the side of your body, take a deep inhale, bring that hand nice and high. And as you exhale, side bend over that left bent leg, push down into that left hand, opening up through that left hip. Now with that right armpit, can you inhale and reach it even higher to the ceiling? And then can you exhale and side bend? Maybe lengthen your neck, gaze up to the right. Let's hold this for a nice deep inhale. And exhale. One more time, deep inhaling here. And exhaling, beautiful. Right hand, inhale it up, exhale, dropping that hand down. Now, we're gonna do a little bit of a star pose in chair here. So we're gonna really engage through our legs. So that's why it's important to have that leg alignment. So here's what I want you to do now. Take your arms and bring them straight out to the side of you. So line the wrists and elbows up with the shoulders. Push down into the right leg.
Take a nice deep inhale, lengthen through your spine. And then as you exhale, can you side bend so that your entire trunk lines up with your left leg? Now push down into your left leg, push down into your right leg. You've got it. Hold yourself right here. Oh, I'm getting a cramp, but I'm going to keep going. Take a deep inhale. And then as you exhale, hold it. Then inhale your body back up. Exhale, relax your hands down. Beautiful job. Slide that left leg in. My hip rotators did not like star pose today. And then scoot yourself a little bit to the right side of the mat. Same idea here. So have it so that your left knee is down on the center of your left foot. So the arch of your left foot. And then bring your right leg out to the side of your body. So again, check in that the ankle, knee, and hip line up with the side of your body on this right side. Doing a side opening of our body first. So take that right hand into that hinge area of your right hip. Left hand, bring it out to the side of your body. Let's go through a beautiful movement here. So inhale, lift that left arm up, get that length of that body, and then exhale, side bend over that right leg. Gently push into that left. Armpit on the left side now. Inhale, really rotate it open, lengthen your neck, gaze upward. Exhaling here. 2 beautiful breaths, guys. Keep pushing down into that right hip. Nice deep inhale in and exhaling out. One more time, deep inhaling in and exhaling out. Left hand, inhale it all the way up and then exhale, relax it down. Now, don't change your position. Let's try that star pose on this side. So push down into your left leg, arms come out to the side of your body. Take a nice deep inhale, lengthen your body nice and tall, and then as you exhale, tip into that side bend position, but still push down into that right leg. Hopefully you don't get a cramp like I did on my left side. Push down, you'll feel those glute muscles working on that right leg. Take a deep inhale here and an exhale, and then inhale, lifting back up, exhale, dropping those arms down. Did you get a cramp of your hip? Well, we're gonna loosen that up now, so don't worry about it. All right, so in this position, what I'd like you to now do is to take that right leg and gently cross it up and over your left leg. You should feel the muscles we just worked in star pose, hopefully. So what I'd like you to do with your left hand is kind of hold it up and around your right ankle just so it doesn't fall off of your knee. And then take your right hand to that right knee. Now, a lot of us may already be slumped backward in our chair because our hips are so tight. So first things first, use your left hand and your body weight and your body strength and pull yourself forward so that you feel your right sit bone and your left sit bone on your chair. Then keeping your spine nice and long, give me a nice deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, just gently push that right knee downward towards the floor. All right, now you can play with a little bit of a tuck or tilt of your pelvis, but make sure that your spine stays nice and long here, holding this position. Give me a nice deep inhale and exhale. One more time, nice deep inhale and exhale. Beautiful, relaxing the tension into the right knee, uncrossing the right foot, placing the right ankle underneath the right knee, and then taking the left ankle up and over the right knee. Yeah, the one that cramped on me, I'm feeling it right now. Right hand around that left ankle so that that foot doesn't fall off of the chair. And then check in with yourself to see where you are relative to a slump or a pelvic tilt position. So if you're slumped all the way back, use the strength of your arms and your trunk to kind of pull yourself up so that you can feel that both the right sit bone and the left sit bone are on the chair. That left sit bone, if it's not on there, make sure to kind of push it down before you start to rotate externally through that hip. All right, left hand onto the top side of that left knee, holding this position, keeping your spine nice and tall. Take a nice deep inhale here, and then as you exhale, start to add tension into that left side as you push that knee downward. Keeping that spine nice and tall, give me a deep inhale here. And an exhale, one more time. Nice deep inhale. And an exhale, release the tension from the knee and then uncross the leg. All right, now gently turn yourself to the left side of your chair so that your right sit bone is actually off the front of the chair. Once you have that position, allow yourself to line up. so that you can see that your left knee lines up with the center of the arch of your left foot. And then take that right leg and drop the knee down so that it lines up with the right hip. Right toes, kind of turn them under as much as you can. If you've got any sort of toe issues that don't allow you to do that, you can by all means have your toes straight onto the floor. So pick whichever is easier for you. And then take both of your hands onto that left knee and then just slightly kneel or lean forward onto that left leg a little bit. Now, this is a pelvic motion I want you to do. So using your abdominal muscles the most, take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under. Do you feel the opening through that right hip? Hopefully you do. Now keep that body weight forward, but let's do a little bit of opening through our body. So inhale, lift that right arm upward. And then as you exhale, can you lean into that chair and feel that opening through the entire side of your body? Keep the tailbone tuck under, keep that side bend, gazing forward. You should be somewhere near that dristi that we started with today. Can you take a deep inhale into your belly? Exhaling out, keep that tailbone tucked, abdominals engaged. One more time, deep inhale in. Exhaling out, beautiful. Right arm, inhale it up. Exhale, release the tuck and drop the arm down. You've got it, guys. Now, before we change to the left side, try full crescent pose for me. So take that right leg behind you. Have it so that you can see that you're trying to straighten that right leg. Now, that does put us in a lot of back extension for most of us with tight hip flexors. So if you're at home and you have a sensitive back to extension, maybe keep that knee a little bit bent so that you don't create a back problem trying to find joy today. So gaze down that the left knee is lined up with that foot. See if you can straighten that right leg. And now that you're straightening that right leg, can you give me an inhale, and on an exhale, tuck that tailbone under? What does that feel like for you? So really push back through that right leg. All right, let's do full crescent pose here. Can you inhale and lift your arms up in the air? Lengthen the neck, gaze forward, drop that rib cage down so that you haven't gone into a full arch. Really push back with that right heel, push down into that left foot. All right, can you hold this for 2 breaths? Nice deep inhaling in and exhaling out. One more time, deep inhale in and exhaling out. Drop the hands down and relax the leg. Turn yourself all the way to the right side. Now, before we get comfortable with this, make sure that you know where your dristi is going to be, because we haven't looked this way and kept our gaze. So I've got what I'm going to look at. Make sure that you find what you're going to look at home. Have the left sit bone all the way off of that chair. Right knee is directly in line with that right arch of your foot. Now with this left leg, drop the knee down so that it's lined up with the hip area. Toes preferably under, but if something stops you from being able to do that at home, you can have your toes flat. Perfectly fine to do. Now in that position, allow both hands to gently come onto the right leg so that your body is slightly forward. Okay, this is all about a nice strong abdominal pelvic tilt here. So holding this position, give me a nice deep inhale, and then on the exhale, tuck that tailbone under as much as you can. Feel that opening through the front of the left thigh. Now keep some weight into that right leg, left hand out to the side of your body here. Inhale, lifting that arm all the way up. Exhaling, side bending into your chair. So keeping the pelvic tilt, but side bending and really opening up here. Gazing forward, lengthening that neck, settling that chin. Now push down into the right leg. Make sure you've got that tuck on that left side. Give me a deep inhale into your belly here. And exhaling out. One more time, nice deep inhale in. And exhaling out, left arm, inhale it up, exhale, release your tilt as that arm comes down. Very nice. Now, staying right here, but allowing yourself to slide that left leg back. So going into full modification of crescent pose using the chair. So again, check in, right knee is over the arch of that right foot. Can you get that leg so that the knee is straight? Again, if you've got sensitive extension of your low back, keep your knee bent so that you don't create opening of your pelvis and your hip, but end up creating tension of your low back. So find whatever balance it is for you at home as you're practicing with me. So here's what I'd like you to do. In this position, Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, tuck that tailbone under, push that left leg back. Feel like you're pushing that heel back as far as you can. All right, now pushing back into that left foot, pushing down into that right foot. Both sets of arms here. Take a deep inhale and lift them up. Lengthen your neck, gaze forward. Do not go into a backward bend. You're already likely in plenty of extension of your low back. Can you push harder with that left heel and harder with that right foot? All right. Holding here, find that gaze. Give me a nice deep inhale in and exhaling out. One more time, deep inhaling in, exhaling out and dropping the hands down, relaxing that leg in, turning yourself to the front of the room. Let's go through another beautiful, beautiful forward bend. Now, legs the width of wider than the chair. So once you have that position that the legs are wider than the chair, again, we're sequentially flexing down from the top of our neck all the way to our tailbone. So make sure that you're relatively on the front half of the chair. Get yourself ready, and then take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, start to bend the chin into the throat, slowly flexing downward. Slowly continue down. Let your weight of your hands on your legs get yourself down until you're in a majority of a fold. And then keep your gaze down to the back of your chair. Slowly drop your arms down to the floor. Man, does this feel good. Lengthen your neck. Keep that chin into your chest. Gaze backwards. Holding yourself here, we're going to do 2 deep inhales and exhales. So give me a deep inhale. How deep can you get that inhale into your belly and low back? And then exhaling slowly through that nose. One more time, deep inhale into the belly. And then exhaling slowly through that nose. Now start to push with those feet first, pushing down into those feet, and then starting where that tailbone and that pelvis are, start to curl under, feel your abdominals engaged as you slowly, sequentially bring yourself all the way up into an extended position from where you just were. Let the neck and the head be the very last thing that gets you there. Excellent. Now, we are making our way down to the mat. So what I would like you to do is you can go down one knee at a time, or you can stand up and move your chair first. But we are done with our chair. I'm going to move my chair out of the way and meet you down on the mat in child's pose. All right, so here we are in child's pose. Let's check in that we've got some good alignment here. So can you look back between your knees and see that your feet line up with your knees? Your knees should be about hip distance. So maybe you can kind of take both hands and place them between the knees right now. Allow your elbows just to be softly bent down on the side of your mat. Lengthen your neck, crown of your head to the mat. Now, in this position, keep that gaze straight backward, chin to the chest, and just take a nice deep inhale into your belly. And then exhaling out. Let's do that one more time. Deep inhale into the belly. And then exhaling out. Really nice. Now slowly bring yourself up into hands and knees. As you're making your way up into hands and knees, you can see that your hip distance is correct in your knees, and then take your hips directly on top of your knees. Walk your hands forward so that your wrists and elbows are underneath your shoulders. Have it so that your your index fingers are pointed forward, and it looks like your wrists are about shoulder width. So look straight down at your hands and see that they're running parallel to one another, or your arms, sorry. Pull those thumbs in a little bit more for me. How far can you pull your thumbs inward and get that beautiful stretch through your palm? Now put the weight into the index fingers and the thumbs. Make sure that your elbows are gently straight but not locked. So if you have your elbow creases pointed forward right now, relax a little bit through those elbows. Now let's just go through some cat-cows in this position. So take a nice deep inhale, sink the belly, lift the tailbone, pull the shoulder blades back and down, lift that chest, lengthen the front of your neck and look upward. And then as you exhale, curl the tailbone under, pull the belly up and in, spread the shoulder blades, arch the back, lengthen the back of the neck and chin into your chest, gaze into your belly button.
2 more times here. Inhale, sinking everything down. Feel that length that occurs through the front of your body when you do that, but the contraction or shortness through the back of your body. And then as you exhale, pull that belly button, arch that tailbone under, spread those shoulder blades, chin into that chest. You got it. One more time. Inhaling, lengthening through the front of the body, really finding joy. Exhaling, curling everything under and lengthening through the back of the body. Now keep that lengthen through the back of the body for me. Really tuck that tailbone under and walk and walk and walk yourself back onto your heels. Keep that tailbone tucked under so you can get that beautiful opening through your low back. Now, we're not going into a full child's pose here, but take your hands onto the floor. Allow yourself to take a nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, try to tuck that tailbone under a little bit more. Now, gently start to bend your elbows, but just a little bit. So don't go into a forward fold. Really focus on that low back area. Give me a deep inhale here. And then an exhale. And one more time, nice deep inhale here. And then an exhale. You've got it. Slowly come back up onto your hands and knees. And then what I want you to do is to turn yourself to the side of your mat. Once you're on your knees to the side of your mat, slowly bring yourself up into a kneeling position and take your right leg out to the side of your mat. Now, as you take your right leg out, please make sure that your left hip is still stacked on top of your left knee. So in this position, we're going to do the same thing that we did in sitting. So allow yourself to tuck your tailbone under, get the alignment of the ankle, the knee, the hip. Once you have all that, can you look at your pelvis and see that your pelvis is nice and level? So a lot of us are already tipped over into star pose. So see if you can line that up for me. You've got it. Now right hand, bring it down onto that right hip crease. Left hand, bring it out to the side of your body. Nice deep inhale here, lifting that left hand up. And then as you exhale, side bending up and over, feeling that weight going down into the right hip. Then lengthen that left arm up and over your body. Maybe turn that left armpit up, gaze upward, holding right here, feeling this completely different than in sitting. Give me a nice deep inhale and an exhale. One more time, deep inhaling in and exhaling. Left arm, inhaling it up, exhaling it, dropping it down to the floor. Now, place the left foot down to the floor about 1.5 feet away from the left knee. So can you now bring your right hand up in the air? Can you line your left and your right arms so that they're parallel to one another but perpendicular to the floor? All right, to right hip, do you have it in you? Take an inhale, lift your right leg up in the air. Holding right here, give me a deep inhale and an exhale. One more time, nice deep inhale. And exhaling, dropping the right foot down. All right, take a deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, push yourself back up into kneeling. Drop the right knee down onto the floor. Take that left leg out to the side. Once you find that position, make sure that right hip is stacked on top of that right knee. And then line up that left ankle, knee, and hip so that they're all in alignment. Then look at your pelvis and try to line your pelvis up so that you're not already tilted to that right side. Can you get all of those pieces? Left hand, bring it into that left hip area, pushing that left hip down, right hand out to the side of your body. Take a nice deep inhale here, and then as you exhale, side bend up and over and feel the weight going down into that left hip, and then continue that arm up and over your body. Turn that armpit up. Oh, feel that deep inhaling here and exhaling. One more breath, deep inhale. And exhaling, coming all the way up, right hand about 1.5 feet away from that right knee. Now, in this position, can you line up your right hand, right arm, left hand, left arm, so that they're perpendicular to the floor? All right, left glutes. Let's give them one last piece of love before we find our way down onto our mat. Can you inhale and lift that left leg up and away from you? Holding it right here, nice deep inhale. And exhaling, and again, nice deep inhale, and exhale, dropping that leg down. You can simply lay yourself down onto your side and roll over onto your back. I figured if we're going to do a class on joy, we needed to make sure we get plenty of star poses.
I think we got that taken care of today. And so finding your way down onto your mat, make sure that your knees are bent, hip distance apart with your feet. Allow yourself just to tuck and tilt your tailbone a couple of times here. Now that you've done that, find that neutral position for you. Roll those shoulder blades underneath you for a second. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. All right, first time laying on our back. Let's give ourselves a moment here and then take that right knee up to your chest. Nice, good hug, deep inhale in. And then as you exhale, pull that knee in. Left leg, slide it down the mat. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, pull that knee in more, push that left leg down onto the mat. Now just gently hold everything here. Pull your shoulder blades back and down, lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Take a deep inhale into your belly. And then exhaling out. One more time, nice deep inhale into the belly. And then exhaling out. Now slide that right leg up. Take that left leg up, take that right foot and place it up and over that left knee. Now in this position, thread the needle, take your hand so that the right hand goes between both legs, the left hand comes around and grab a hold of the back of the left leg. Now, for you at home, if you do not have the gluteal or the back flexibility, as well as the hip flexibility to do this, just simply hold on to your leggings or pants on the front of your left leg. That will do just fine. In this position, make sure to keep your neck long, your chin settled down. Right hand or arm, onto that right thigh. Now, holding this position, take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, just gently push that right knee out to the side of your body. Take those toes and point them up. Holding here, thread the needle pose for those right hip rotators. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. And one more time, nice deep inhale in. And exhaling out, releasing the feet, dropping the left foot down onto the floor, uncrossing the right leg, and then taking the left knee to the chest. Nice deep inhale in. Exhale, pulling that knee into your chest, and then sliding that right leg down onto the mat. Taking a deep inhale here. Exhale, pulling that left knee into the chest, and start to push that right leg down so you feel that engagement of that right leg. Holding here for a beautiful deep inhale into your belly. And out. One more time, nice deep inhale in. And out. Right leg, slide it up so the foot is flat on the floor. Left ankle, bring it up and over the right knee. Let the knee just gently fall to the side. These hands now, bring them up and through for thread the needle. Hold the hands behind the right leg. Gently relax the right foot down. Again, you can hold the front of your leg if your glute and hip flexibility just doesn't quite have it in you today. Now, left elbow, place it somewhere near that left thigh. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Give me a nice deep inhale here, and then on the exhale, point both sets of toes up as you push that left knee out to the side, holding here for me. Give me a nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. One more breath, deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Beautiful, relaxing the ankles, dropping the right foot to the floor, uncrossing through that left leg. Now, in this position, take your right foot to the right edge of your mat, the left foot to the left edge of your mat. Have it so that your knees are wider than your hips right now. And gently just bring your arms down to the outside of your body. And then take a deep inhale here, and then on the exhale, windshield wiper the knees to the right. Holding here, settling the right knee down to the floor, pushing the left knee gently into the floor, feeling that opening through the outside of the left leg. Take a deep inhale into your belly, and then exhaling out. And then inhale, lift the legs all the way up. And then as you exhale, let that same thing happen to the left side. So dropping the knees to the left side, letting the left knee fall to the floor, really dropping that right knee downward towards the floor. Staying here and then taking that nice deep inhale and exhaling out. And then on the inhale, bring your legs all the way back up, and then exhale, slide the right foot down on the mat. Take that left foot, place it on the right thigh, right hand to the left knee, left hand out to the side of your body. Take a deep inhale here. And then on the exhale, pull that left knee over to the right. Feel your pelvis and your low back and your rib cage lift. rotating to that right side. Lengthen your shoulder blade down on that left side. Lengthen your neck. Rotate your head gently to that left. Keep yourself right here. Give me a deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. One more time. Deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Bringing the head back to the center, starting at that left rib cage, derotating that spine until finally that pelvis hits, the leg derotates. Place the left foot on the floor. Slide the right leg up. Drop the left leg down onto the floor. Take the right foot up onto the left thigh. Left hand to the right knee. Right hand out to the side of your body. And take a deep inhale here. And then on the exhale, gently taking that right knee across the body, feeling the pelvis, the low back, and the rib cage lifting. Right shoulder blade, keep it down onto the mat, lengthening through the neck, settling the chin, and then turning your gaze to the right, holding here, nice deep inhale in, and exhaling out. One more breath, deep inhaling in, and exhaling out. You've got it. Derotating that neck first, starting at that rib cage, and then the low back and the pelvis. Finally, derotating that right hip, placing the right foot on the floor, sliding the left leg up, taking those knees both up to your chest, giving yourself a nice tight hug inward. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, pull those knees into your chest. If you have it in you, engaging your biceps, lengthening your neck, settling your chin, fully pulling yourself up into a beautiful, nice nerve tension stretch, keeping yourself right here. Deep inhale in. And then as you exhale, start with the rib cage coming down first, sequentially, one segment at a time. And then slowly letting that neck come down, finally relaxing through that chin, dropping your feet down onto the mat, and then slowly sliding the legs to the corner of the mat. As you're letting those legs slide to the corner of the mat, gently feel like you have your low back in a beautiful, comfortable position. Shoulder blades are underneath you, arms, rest them out to the side of you. Palms are lifted, neck is long, chin is gently relaxed into the throat. Tongue is gently resting onto its roof of the mouth in its neutral position. Eyelids are gently closed. Face is soft. Ending our class with a savasana. And as you lay here, I want you to think about a piece of paper or a notepad, or maybe a clipboard or some sort of marker board that you have on your fridge. But think about something concrete that you can write on. So smartphones not allowed in this savasana. And here's what I want you to do now that you have that piece of paper or that tablet or whatever. Pick a writing device. What's it going to be? Is it a crayon, a marker, a pencil, a pen? Pick some sort of writing device. What is the color that you've picked? Are you writing with black or blue or red or yellow or orange or green, purple? Just imagine what you're going to write with. And then taking that writing tool to your paper, I want you to visualize writing the word joy, J-O-Y. Maybe as you're writing it, printing it, however you want to, see that a smile just happens to come on your face. Joy, just like happiness, isn't something that happens to us. It is something that we create within ourselves. And so as you're writing that J-O-Y on your piece of paper, take a quick moment here to visualize it. See how you wrote it. Smile at it. Be proud of yourself for moving your body as much as you did today, burning a bit of adrenaline and finding that joy in your physical body. And take these last couple seconds to also find that joy in your mental body. And start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And do some circles with those ankles and those wrists. And then when you feel like you're ready, gently slide one leg up followed by the other. Slowly roll over onto your side. Let yourself rest there for a minute. Close your eyes. Picture what you wrote on that piece of paper and smile. And take a deep inhale. And then on your exhale, bottom elbow, top hand, push yourself up into a seated position. Finding yourself seated on your mat. Hands to our hearts, smiles on our faces. May we all find peace and joy. Take a deep inhale in and exhaling out. Namaste. The highest in me salutes the highest in you. Thank you so much for joining me today.